Who is that? Is that who I think it is? Is that D singer actor Lewis? Is that Dustin singer actor Lewis up in here? You already know it, y'all. Welcome back to another episode of Singing the Tea. I am your host, Dustin singer actor L, or D singer actor L. Listen, and we are back with another episode of Singing the Tea. Listen, it's always gonna be what you want. It's always gonna be what you need. But happy New Year, everybody. You know, we took a little break for the holidays, but we're gonna jump right back on into it. I hope that this new year brings you everything that you want and you desire and that you need. And it's a prosperous, fruitful new year for you. And what other way? So there's no other way to bring in 2025 but to have our first episode of 2025 be from our girls of Real Housewives of Potomac. So that's going to be the first review of 2025. So y'all, let's go ahead and jump into it. So back on season 9, episode 13, Rumble in the Jungle. And listen, this episode was good. It was a good episode. If I have to rate the episode, I would give it an 8. I think it was good. I'm over some of the people. Um, and although I love them, I think they could have been a friend of. And we'll get there when we get there. But overall, it was a good episode, and it's so good to have our girls back on our TV channel. So this episode opens up. We are still in Panama, having us a good time, and we pick up where we left off. So last episode, Mia was having a conversation where Gordon came and picked up the kids, and he went somewhere with them, and she's trying to locate her children. So that's where it left off, and that's what we're picking up on this episode. So with her trying to figure out her children, where her children are, Mia is not doing good in this situation. Mia is saying that Gordon came to pick up the kids while she was in Panama. He doesn't believe that she's actually in Panama from what she was saying, which is a little weird to me. So he came to pick up the kids and then he took them somewhere. So Mia goes to the bathroom. Jacqueline, her flunky, is in there with her, and we find out that the kids were with the former nanny. This is where it got a little weird for me. And I was like, I don't want to talk about it right now. We'll talk about it a little bit later. But essentially, Jacqueline calls the previous nanny's daughter, gets her on the line because the nanny wasn't answering. Gordon wasn't answering. I guess the kids don't have a phone, so nobody was picking up the phones. She doesn't know where they are, but she's on the phone with her mom. And the previous nanny's daughter says, yeah, you know, my mom has kids. And the way she answered, it was just like, yeah. And she was like, oh, okay. Well, you know, I called and nobody answered. Was it me or was that like the way she said, yeah? Was that a little odd? Like it was kind of like, yeah, like what are you talking about? Of course she has kids. That's how it kind of came off to me a little bit. And that's why I feel like I'm going to say this. I'm not saying that Mia is making this up, but it feels like it a little bit. Like that whole situation seemed very odd to me. Because also too, Mia says that the previous nanny, she's had she's had this nanny since her oldest child. So the part for me that's a little odd. So Gordon drove 3 or 4 hours away to get this nanny. So he went to Jacqueline's house, right? Picked up the kids, drove them somewhere that they didn't know about, and it ended up being at the previous nanny's house, which is very odd to me. I don't know. Like it just seems is this not confusing for anybody else? I just feel like it's really odd. Like I'm not understanding one why he would do that, in which I understand, you know, Gordon has his own stuff that he's going on, but there are so many things. Like I feel like if Gordon were to just show, like for instance, if one of my best friends were to just show up at my house with their kids, I'd be like, girl, hold on, what's going on? You know, I'm gonna have some, or their partner were to show up to my house with their children, I'll be like, well, where the mom at? What did that is? What's going on here? I would ask more questions, and I'm calling that partner, I'm calling my friend, or I'm calling my like daughter to figure out what's going on. Like, why did he just randomly bring me these kids? That seemed very odd to me, and no one is just readily available. I don't know. I think that there's something in Milk ain't clean with that. I hope she's being honest. I don't know. Don't come for my Amazon things. This is all alleged. This is speculation. I don't know. It seems to be a little murky there, in my opinion. Now, While that's going on, Jacqueline gets her together, and I know I'm gonna sit here for a little minute. Here's the thing that made it also weird, because Jacqueline was like, "I know the other ladies don't understand, and they don't know what you're going through." That has nothing to do with anything. Like, and Mia to me calmed down too quick. Like, I would have been freaking out, and I'm gonna be honest. If I couldn't find my children and he wasn't answering the phone, they weren't answering the phone. No, I need to hear their voice. I need to hear them say something to me. That's very odd to me. I wouldn't have just took the daughter being like, yeah, like they got the kids, and like her mom wasn't answering the phone and she has your kids. It's really odd. That ain't sitting well with me. And the more I sit up here and talk about it, I'm getting mad because I feel like something ain't right. Now I don't know, but I feel like something is not right. Now, as they are getting ready, we go to the next segment. Looks like Stacey goes to Kay's room. This was like a throwaway scene to me. It was fine, but Stacey is saying, "Oh, you don't want to share a room with me." It's just throwaway scene. It was nothing really to take home there. It was fine. So as they are getting ready to go shopping, we see them getting the van or whatever. They're in the Sprinter, and Kay starts talking about her and Greg's relationship. Um, and Wendy's asking her when the house is going to be. She said in a couple of weeks. So I hope we get to see, you know what? That would have been something that was nice for us to see the construction. I feel like us going to the site of them seeing the house or us seeing the house being made, it kind of would have made it real to us. But we don't have anything about the house. The only thing that we even get about the house that they're staying in is the kitchen, which is fine. It could be, it just looks very confined. Like everything just looks very confined in that space. And Kay, I'm gonna be real with you. You aren't giving us a lot. Like you in that moment in the Sprinter, we said you had your salon, you sold that, went to your medical spa. I would have liked to know a little bit more about that. Like what caused you to make that transition? I feel like we're not getting enough from Kay, and I think Kay is stunning. I thought Kay was a wonderful friend of, and I actually really like Kay. I think that her personality is great. I think that she could give us a little bit more. I don't know if scenes were just left on the cutting room floor, but I really feel like we're not getting the full K potential that we deserve. So after they have that conversation, Giselle Miss Ass say, "Oh, Karen, while I was at the Love Lagoon, talking to Ray said that you gave him a list that you wanted him to work on. How is that going? Like, what are some things on this list?" And Karen, y'all already know Karen, real surface. Karen was like, "Oh, well, the list included, he used to open the door for me, but he doesn't open the door for me anymore." Just a little drink pause. He used to open the door, he doesn't open the door. And Giselle was like, "That's it?" Like, girl, okay. But then she was like, he used to do other things too. He used to go, he went down the rail or something, she said. I don't know what it is. Karen, we don't want to know about that. Listen. First of all, on one other segment, you done told us that you, Thomas Jefferson concubine. Now you over here telling us that Ray is going down there and munching on the Underground Railroad. We don't need to know about none of that. Okay? You was giving us too much, Karen. We don't need to know about Ray going down and munching on that crunch box. We don't need to know about that. That is too much. That is too much. And let me tell y'all who got me started for me. Wendy, you ain't right. Because Wendy was back there and said, "No, not Mr." First of all, when she said Mr. Ray, that's what took me out. When she said Mr. Ray over there eating coochie, do he know what to do? It was funny. When I tell you, Wendy, that was good to me. Wendy, y'all, Wendy is old messy helper, and I'm here for every ounce of it. Wendy, you had it going on, and that was too funny. But I mean, do he? Listen, he was ready for the mermaids a couple of weeks ago, so girl. Listen, Ray is ready to act a fool. So then Giselle over there stirring it up again. Giselle over there, well, is you going down on him? And Karen said, I'm not gonna eat his box. I mean, not eat his box. Lord have mercy. I got Karen over here eating the man box. Y'all know what I mean. Sucking on his lollipop. Karen, enough. Enough is enough. Y'all, Karen, according to you, now y'all ain't heard this from me. Y'all heard this from Karen herself when she was over there. Karen said she is Thomas Jefferson concubine. Now, I ain't seen Thomas Jefferson. Honestly, in my lifetime, I ain't never seen him except for on a couple of dollars and on the History Channel. But apparently, he round there in Potomac with Karen and she is his concubine. You know what, Karen? Baby, you do your big one. Listen, you got so much. Listen, your box so good, girl. You bringing the people back from the dead. I know that's right, Karen. You better work, mama. Karen got that good, allegedly. Don't come for my Amazon things, okay? So as we on this bus, after we had that good laugh, because I don't know about y'all, they gave me a good chuckle, baby, a good one. Jacqueline tells Ashley, that they had a little rough situation, and she tells her that Mia couldn't find her kids. And Ashley's like, wait, how was she on the bus so cool? Like, she couldn't find her kids, but she just chilling, like, on the bus. I don't understand how she's able to do that. And I'm going to be real with you, too. I would have been so broke up. I don't know with that, because I don't know if he will go and get him and take him somewhere else. I would be like, hey, I got to go home. For me personally, I would have to leave to make sure my kids are good. But I will say this: everybody's not built the same. You can parent how you want to parent. You can do your thing. I don't think that Mia was wrong. I just think that it causes a lot of pause and a lot of concern, and it opens a lot of questions for everybody involved as well. So there's that. So I do we believe Mia, y'all? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. But if y'all comment, let me know how y'all feel about Mia. I don't know. I don't know if I think it's true. I don't know if I don't think Mia will lie about that. I'm just gonna give her the benefit of the doubt. But people have lied for less, so I'll just say that. So we get off the Sprinter, they go shopping, and they went to a little hat shop, which I don't think I knew that Panama was known for hats. That's pretty cool. I think that certain style of hat, which is really, really dope. So it's really cool to see them go hat shopping. I actually thought it was really sweet to see Karen and Giselle take a moment and want to give Wendy hat. They gave Wendy and her daughter, kind of matching. They weren't matching hats, but they bought them both hats just to kind of tell Wendy, thank you for doing a good job on the trip. Because I'm gonna be real, it seems like this trip is really, really, really good. And the way that she broke everybody up, Wendy is producing on this little trip, and it's really, really good. But shout out to Karen and Giselle. That was really sweet to see them do that. We don't normally get to see people celebrate Wendy in this way unless it was like Candace back in the day. So it's really nice to see Wendy get a little kudos from the girls. So we transition and we go back over to um, Mia. Mia. So it's Mia, Ashley, Kay, and Stacy shopping. And in the confessional, or Mia's telling the girls like, hey, Gordon picked up the kids, dropped them off 3 hours away, and then he went to Martha's Vineyard, which is wild. So he picked up the kids from where they were at, went to Martha's Vineyard to leave them with somebody else. It's crazy to me. But let's just take a pause here. We know that Gordon has a condition, so I do have to give him. And I know this is good. Y'all might have some issues with what I'm gonna say. He needs help, right? So I'm not saying give him grace, but I think that we know that there is something wrong, right? We know that he has moments. So that's the moment of pause for me. Ashley in her confessional looks good. Ashley looks good in her confessional. And Ashley, is talking to her about it, and she's just trying to talk to her about, Mia and the kid situation. She was just like, girl, I wouldn't know what to do if I was in that situation. Like, I would not be here. And one thing I will also say to Ashley, and Ashley she put in some work here, and she was like, you know what, Mia, I hate that you're going through that. But I do gotta say, just speaking of kids, like the way that you handled that situation with Giselle and you doubled down on it was just uncouth. It just wasn't cool. Like, you shouldn't have done that. And me just like, girl, I don't care. I got a lot going on. I don't care about that. Which, honestly, when you got a lot going on, you don't want to hear about nothing else. I will say, once you are backed into a corner and you feel like your emotions are you at your wits end, who's to say what you will say, if you're in that situation. So I get where Mia was coming from. Ashley probably poured time in to do that. But I think Mia was giving them confusing emotions because you seemed like everyday Mia. So to them, you seem like everyday Mia. Yes, you're telling me this situation, but like while we're here and we have you a little vulnerable, let me go ahead and talk about this situation. So I think that that's kind of why Ashley did that. So Mia let her know, child, I don't care nothing about that. Ashley is saying that it's exhausting being Mia's friend. And I'm going to tell you, as a viewer, it's exhausting to watch Mia. Mia is so exhausting because she takes us on all of these roller coasters and it's all confusing. because nothing really adds up. Like, we never make it. You know how we used to have them books back in the day and it was like choose your own destiny? I feel like that's what we're watching with Mia. It's like we turn to page 35 and we go down a dark and stormy alley, and then we no, we don't want to do that, so we go to page 15 and we end up back in the dark and stormy alley. Like, it's just weird. Like, we don't know what's happening when it comes to Mia because it's always changing. It's super odd. But girl, whatever. So Stacey saying that she feels like Ashley was, tearing into me a little bit. I don't feel like she was tearing into her. I do think that she could have maybe waited to bring that up, but I don't think that Ashley was just going in. We done seen Ashley go in. That was real, real, real light for Ashley. So Ashley goes outside because she just done when it comes to Mia. Kay's talking to her. Ashley go with the rest of the girls. So they go back in and they having a little convo with Mia, but child, whatever. So while Ashley leaves to go and talk to the other ladies, while they leave, the other ladies, so that's Giselle, Karen, Jacqueline, and Wendy, but I don't think Wendy was like in this combo. They're talking about the situation with Mia bringing up Giselle's girls and doubling down on it. Jacqueline's trying to come up with excuses, which, Jacqueline, we are sick of you. We are tired of you. You can stay in Panama while the rest of us come back to Potomac. Um, Wendy's wrong. I mean, Susan, not Wendy. Mia is wrong. Mia is wrong for that, and it is what it is. Yes, you're going through something, but you're still wrong at the end of the day, mama. You are. You're wrong, baby. You gotta own it. You gotta own it. You should not have done that. And I'm with Wendy when it comes to this. Baby, wouldn't have been nothing on that table but her. We would have been eating her up. That's what would have been on the table had she brought up my children. Now, I got a pet shrimp over there, baby. Now, if she'd have brought up my pet shrimp, I would have read her every which way. Don't you bring up my children, honey, because my children don't have nothing to do with this. I'm a good parent. And don't you ever. So Giselle handled her real classy. I ain't never really seen Giselle get out of character like that. But if it was any moment Giselle should have, Giselle, if you would have beat her up, child, we wouldn't have felt no ways tied. I'm just letting you know, baby. You would have been all right with us. So Jacqueline just saying she just lashing out. It's unnecessary. Whatever. Miss me with all of that. Now, while the ladies are walking around Panama, the men is just catcalling. Hey, little mama, they letting them know what's going on, girl. They hollering. They trying to get them. You know what I'm saying? And I said, I know that's right. The Godiva goddesses over there, girl. Everybody's looking good. Like chocolate just drops. Well, yes, for the most part. But everybody's looking good. So they make it to the place to take them a little rum tasting. And they start giving Wendy. Wendy. Now they gave Wendy the hats, one for her daughter and one for her. And Wendy, it was nice for them to do that. Now Wendy said, no, she ain't wear the hat. Wendy, you could wear the hat and take a picture and send it to them. Now it won't cost you nothing to put you and your baby in them hats and y'all just send that to Karen. Karen is old. And I was gonna say something real shady, but I'm not gonna do it because I still love the grand dame. But Karen gonna need pictures soon because we never know what she might be. So you send Karen some good pictures to hang up, allegedly, because we don't know what's gonna happen with Karen. Child, please. All right. So Kay, Mia, and Stacey give Wendy another gift, and Wendy was like, "Oh, is this a dildo?" And Giselle said, "Well, that's a small dildo." I know that's right, Giselle. Wendy, what you got going on? Now, Wendy, no ma'am, no ma'am, no ma'am. But I thought that gift was really, really cute too, because they gave something for her and for Happy Eddie because of his line that he has. So that was really, really, really dope. So loved it. Now, when the man starts coming over for the rum tasting, and Karen was like, "Hey, can I have just ginger ale?" And y'all, Karen has done this throughout the time. Karen don't drink really I feel like on camera, really. I feel like Karen be over there throwing them back when the cameras are down. And my thing is, Karen, honestly, do what you do, girl. But when Jacqueline has said, "Oh, you want some? You can have. You ain't driving or nothing." Not Jacqueline. Shut up. Like, it's just one of those, like, stop. I don't, it's like she is looking for a moment. It's so weird to me. It reminds me of like no, Marlo wasn't like that. Like, Marlo has had her moments, but it's just like, Jacqueline, you trying way too hard. Now, Marlo has had some moments where she tried hard too on Atlanta, but Jacqueline, you doing way too much. So, as they going through it, and they tasting the wine, everybody's throwing their face. Mia's throwing it back, baby. One thing about Mia can handle it. She can handle anything, baby. Tough as Teflon. She throwing it back. And then the man said, "Oh, y'all taste that spice in that one." Stacey, I can definitely take the licorice. The man said, "Ain't no licorice in that." Now, Stacey, you thought you was that girl. You not classy like that. Stacey, hush. Hush, girl. Please miss us with all of that. So Wendy's saying, hey, let's play a game where we imitate each other. So the girls start imitating each other. And when I tell you, it was so funny. Really, really like that scene. And for the most part, they handled it very well because, in those situations, sometimes people can get real sensitive, but they didn't. So that was a good thing with that. I think Kay did the best. Kay was airing them hoes out, and I was here for every ounce of it. It was good. Now, after that, we see Ashley brought up, she was like, so wait, like, Jacqueline, you and Mia have shared a man, and Giselle was like, it was ink. They said it was ink. And then Jacqueline, baby, I guess the rum started getting to her because she just got to give it. Well, there was that one time. Well, there was another time with this individual. Jacqueline, hush. Hush. Mia like, doggone, she just run off at the mouth, telling all Mia business. And then Jacqueline was like, we were back in the day. I mean, who else to do that with me? Your experiment with a friend. I can tell you, not a friend. Not a friend. Let me tell my friends something. Friends, don't come over here thinking I'm going to experiment with you. That's nasty. That is nasty. Don't do that. You go out there and find somebody else to do that with. Don't you bring that over here. This stuff is too good to be given out to everybody like that. And I don't do it with friends because that is nasty. Do better, Jacqueline and Mia. That is weird. The fact that and she's talking about ink. Them they had a shower together. It's too much. That's a little weird for me. So Wendy said, "Baby, y'all got to get dressed in this little shop of horrors, baby. We got to get dressed up in here." People said we need our dresses steamed. I don't know if they had makeup, glam, everything in that thing, but everybody came out looking real good. Everybody looked beautiful. Love those gowns. Loved what Kay had on. Ashley looked great. Everybody looked really, really, really good. Y'all saw Karen give a little photo shoot because she gonna need pictures. Um, so we have that there. Now, when they get in the sprint, Mia's on the phone having her little powwow with Ink. They about their back hunching. And everybody's a little confused. You were just worried about your children, but you on the phone back here with Ink, and then you say, oh, well, it's fine. I know they're safe now because they're with this individual. It's confusing for the people, Mia. I get where you're coming from. I just feel like it's very confusing for everybody. And then you want people to give you grace on the other hand, but then you make it seem like you all right. The people are confused. So while she's on the phone with Ink, Stacey on the phone with her. Y'all saw they said her best friend TJ. Girl, the production is shady, honey. But Stacey, you said that's your friend. But she said she ain't never seen him with his shirt off. Girl, we have with that mesh blouse that he had on. But that's neither here nor there. We're gonna let TJ have it. We're gonna let the Parkers have it. We're gonna let him make it. Now, when they make it to the restaurant, everybody looked good. The restaurant looked right. It looked like it was right on point. And you know what? Not Giselle. Wendy said, we're going to open up. Let's get a round of tequila shots for the girls. Wendy said, we're going to get these girls drunk and activated. Now, Karen had her little teacup. We ain't seen nothing in there, Karen. We ain't seen no steam coming off that teacup. Karen, we ain't know what was in there. But you know what? Good for you. You all right. That's fine with us. So as she doing that, she's asking about that. I look down here, y'all, and I had to laugh at with my notes. Stacey is asking Kay about the situation with her court case. She was like, girl, what's going on with your court case? And Giselle was like, girl, that's still going on. And I'm with Kay. Absolutely. Because let me tell you something. I'm going to hit you where it hurts. I don't care if you ain't got a dime in the bank. I'm going to get you where it hurts. You might, listen, I'm going to tell y'all this. I done been in plenty of fight in my life. I don't do that. I don't live there no more, okay? Because I'm classy. I'm elevated and I'm grown. I don't do that no more. But let me tell you something. I ain't too far removed, but I'm gonna tell you this: I ain't gonna be out here tussling and stuff with you. I'm gonna sue you. I pressing charges, and I'm suing, baby. That's what I'm doing. All 2025. Don't come over here doing nothing, baby. I am suing. I need more Amazon stuff. I've been trying to get a ninja slushie because ain't nobody give me one for Christmas. Santa, nobody. So that's all right. However way I need to get me a ninja slushie, I will be getting it. Don't come over here putting your hands on me. So Kay, you all right with me? You sue her and you sue her again, and you sue until you can't sue no more. So that's all right. Hit them pockets where it really hurts. Kay said, I don't care if she got to get it from her man, her dog, her cat, her child. Baby, she going to give me that money or whatever it is I'm going to get. I'm going to need me. Okay? That's all right with me. So as they are ordering food, we see Giselle order Karen's food, and that's really, really sweet for her to order the Grand Dame's meal. And Wendy said they are like a 50-year-old married couple, or a couple that's been married for 50 years. Just a love-hate relationship. They really do love each other. And I think we've known that from season one. They truly do have a love-hate relationship. And I think that they're a good balance of each other. They will show up for each other when needed, and then they're gonna read each other down to the ground when needed as well. So then this is when it starts to get activated again. Because Wendy was like, oh, I didn't get to see y'all was shopping, how was shopping or whatever. And Kay was like, well, we had a good time. Ashley walked out. And Ashley was like, yeah, I was going through some stuff. And then Mia's like, you were going interesting. So then Mia talks about the situation with her kids and, how she was concerned about her kids, she not knowing where the kids were. And I think that Mia was just expecting sympathy from these women, but they are so confused, Mia, because of everything that you are doing. Now, Karen gave a very interesting point, and when Karen said she went through that with her first husband, he went and picked up her son, and she was like, no, I called the police. You gonna meet me with him. I'm gonna get my baby back. You can't just pick up my kids and take them wherever because you have full custody, Mia. And when Wendy was like, hey, you know what, Mia, you're a big girl, you grown, you can do it in more ways than one. You can do whatever it is that you feel like you need to do, but we gotta protect these kids. And you need to get an order of protection because if he's going to be doing that, you're talking about, well, he just wants me to be married to him. Okay, but if you don't want to be married with him, do what you need to do to get out of that situation. Because right now, it's scary. It is really scary. If these things are happening the way that you say that they're happening, it is scary. And you got to do what you got to do to protect your children. So when that happens, Giselle clocks in and Giselle was like, in the vein of children, you said something about mine. You doubled down on it, and I didn't appreciate it. And then Mia says that she apologized. And Giselle was like off camera, and Mia's like, "What? So it doesn't matter. You want people to apologize a certain way?" I'm gonna tell you this: the apology needs to match the offense. The apology should always match the offense. Here is why: you don't get to sit up here and cut up, and show out on me in public and think that you're gonna come in private and apologize. Absolutely not. We need to be in a venue of equal or greater value, and you need to apologize in that space. You don't get to do what you did and think that you're just gonna apologize to her on the side and think that on camera we're just supposed to move on and be all hunky dory, in the words of Kathy Hilton. That doesn't happen. Be realistic about it. Apologize to her and move forward. Give a sincere apology because you were wrong. Yes, you're going through something and you might feel like these ladies are piling up on you, but a lot of that is self-induced. It is. Um, Jacqueline tries to chime in and say, well, y'all are giving her a lot. No, no, no. They are giving her what she deserves. They are giving her the information that she is bringing to the table. So these women are not doing anything but holding her accountable for the things that she is saying. Now, I'm going to be real with you. It does seem like Mia is going through something, but Mia, you are giving us mixed signals. We don't really know what to do. We don't know where to go from here. So, when Mia says that, all the ladies are miserable, and they're like, hold on, who's miserable? When I tell you the ladies were on Mia ass, and it was honestly, it is what it is. It is what it is, Mia. Like I said, you've done it to yourself. And when Wendy got to calling her 613, and Stacey was like, what is 613? I thought that was the area code. And 613 is the blonde. It's a shade of blonde. I'm gonna be real with you. I didn't know what that was because I ain't been blonde in a couple of years. So I had forgot what that meant, because I kept my hair in the room. But that was funny. And then Stacey was like, you know what, Mia, you look better as a brunette. Ashley. Now Ashley does look cute as a blonde sometimes, but she go too blonde. She need to be just a little something else in there, honey blonde or something. But when Giselle, she stuck it in, she turned and she said, "Oh, that's the color you used to wear when you were a stripper." Now Giselle done. Giselle is done with Mia, and I think that it was more said and they just didn't air it because Giselle's really upset with Mia about the comments that she's made. And I'm gonna be real with you. She has every right to be upset with her. And y'all, essentially, that's where the episode ends. It ended there. It was a pretty good episode. It was really, really, really good. I enjoyed this episode. I'm gonna give the top flute of the week to Wendy. I think that this whole event, the whole trip, is really, really good because of Wendy. Wendy is doing good. Ashley looked good in the confessionals. Mia is bringing us a dramatics. Jacqueline could go somewhere. But overall, really, really good episode. Super excited to be back here with y'all and to go over these shows. So we also have Married to Medicine dropping this week. I'm not sure if Beverly Hills comes back, but I know Married to Medicine dropped as well. So we're going to go in here, review that. And if you are new here, thank you for coming to join us. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, share with a family member, share with a friend. If you're returning, thank you for coming back. And I appreciate y'all so much. Thank you for joining us at Singing the Tea. See y'all later.